finding Chongo, 33-year-old now, in Zesco United. Finding a man who's just gone from Zanaco to Konkola Blades, the newly promoted team in Zambia. They have high ambitions of not only remaining in the top flight, but indeed challenging for further successes. Konkola Blades, they're chasing a few more players. Looking for a little combination play between Kelvin Kampamba and Andrew Peary. Throw into DRC the result. Ifonge. Kalonji. The longer it goes without DRC scoring, the greater the pressure again on this team. After the opening day defeat, they know they've got very little time to recover now. We've got Angola in a few days' time before concluding the group stages against Morocco, another two-time champion. Zambia have got 3 fixtures remaining. Kayembe head on this. Ndange with a drive that's on target, but comfortable for Willard Mwanza. Gets his body behind the ball. And a first shot on target in the game. It's come from Linda Ndange, the 22-year-old from league champions Leopard de Congo. Left-footed drive. Fails to penetrate the Zambian defence again. Kitambala. Kapumbu got a touch on that. Rally Bwalia can't get there before Oscar Kabwit does. Looks to feed for Kokalea. The left back flies onto it. Away by Kanguluma. Chance of excitement from DRC fans. Again teed up. This one is hit firmly, and finally, for the first time in 3 editions, DRC has scored, and it's their star player, Ibrahim Matobo, the teenager who strikes true. What a strike, ending 479 minutes of misery for Democratic Republic of Congo in the goal-scoring stakes at the African Nations Championship. Ibrahim Matobo strikes brilliantly and cleanly. Mwanza beaten by an absolute rocket. And now the Leopards fans find their voice. Another opportunity potentially. Mwanza away. Matobo with an excellent strike. A thunderous effort from the bright young talent. There's Basiala. Again into a danger area. Again, looking for one of the star players. Kabwit chests down, but can do no danger. So Zambia concede for only the second time in an opening match at an African Nations Championship. They've only ever won their opening fixtures, and they're in danger of losing that with the platform that DRC have set here. And with the lack of penetration that Zambia have found in this game so far. They'll have the free kick here, though. Chishimba uprooted. Kapumbu. Forward from Kampamba, back with Kapumbu. No changes at half-time for either one of these sides.
Chongo. And ushered to the goal line. Fonge up towards Kitambala. Chisala gets his head on it though, and Zambia have possession. Here's Rally Bwalya. A little bit of space, but a lovely pass. Finds Kapamba. And he fails to pick out Piri with the ball that collects another feet to Kokelea. Does the game plan change for Zambia? While they're undefeated in 12 group stage games at Chan, wins have been hard to come by for Zambia of late. They've only claimed one victory in their last 6 matches. 3 draws and 2 losses in that time. Chongo, cross to Kanguluma. There's Bwalya. Laid it off to Kampamba. Chishimba. Back inside of Kabwitz. That'll be a free kick to DRC. 10 minutes gone in the second half. And DRC have finally found a goal. Kabwitz and Matobo, the 2 players who've arguably looked most dangerous in this game. Kabwitz foul there after Matobo had scored. Jackson Kampamba. There's Basiala. Kayembe. He can drive him from a long way out. Opted to pass under a little bit of pressure. And wide of Matobo. The man that struck true. Brilliantly teed up by Kitambala. Smashed on the half volley at the near post. Willard Mwanza stood very little chance of stopping that. And indeed, tucked into the back of the Power Dynamo's keeper's net. Chisala. Matobo chasing, Chongo's across. Mwanza just controlling the ball with his feet out of shot. So Otis Ngoma, there'll be some relief that his side has managed to score. Can they close out the victory though? Approaching the hour mark. Zambia yet to get a shot at goal. Zambia have only lost 3 matches at the African Nations Championship. 2 of those losses came to eventual champions, it must be noted. They lost 2-1 to self-same DRC in the 2009 semi-finals, and then they lost in the 2020 edition 3-1 to Morocco in the quarter-finals. Their only other defeat was against Sudan in 2018 in the quarter-finals. Chip over the top. It was thunderous from Jackson Kapamba, but it was well blocked. Basiala fails to bring it under clean control. Chisala capitalizes. Bwalya Shimmies away from two. He's got such wonderful footwork as Rally Bwalia. Genuine crowd puller. Like Chongo, who's played abroad, Rally Bwalia, one of the players who brings experience from outside Zambia to this squad. Pasiala looking to get away. Chongo, was that a handball? Kawaso Chongo takes one for the team. Collects the caution just shy of the hour mark. Pasiala trying to pick out a flying Dange, and Chongo with the arm out. Kayembe, Dombele, Kitambala, down again, Kabwit. He's making a run just beyond the ball. Away by Kanguluma, up towards Andrew Piri. Chisala. Far side. Shot that is skewed. Maybe a chance. The offside flag goes up as we hit the hour mark at the Nyayo Stadium. Andrew Piri in an offside position. That's the Burundi assistant, Henry Nyongabo. Just a short while ago, Kitambala laid it down, seeking the free kick. Then this, Zambia with a little bit of impetus. Piri in an offside position. Good looking run from Kelvin Mbanga Kompamba to get into a position. Well, that angle looks like the trailing leg of Kitambala is taken out by Kanduluma. The referee well positioned to make the call. Did not. The goal scorer. Matovo's strike separates the teams. An excellent strike from a bright young talent. He was excellent with the under-20s. He stepped up to senior level football with aplomb. Whipped in and away by Chongo again. Pasiala proving menacing. Shimba. So we're well beyond the hour mark. Neither side has made a change as yet. I dare say Zambia will be making changes shortly. Eleven shots between the sides. Dombele, Pasiala, a long way deep of where he usually plays. There are some of the changes that are coming. Charles Zulu is among those set to come on. Evans Kayombo is a natural go-to if you're looking for goals. Charles Zulu, Owen Tembo as well, looks like he's going to make his way on our Dynamo's man. Little chase on here. There's pace aplenty for Kampamba, but Dombele gets there first, only just. Clears the danger for DRC. Jackson Kapamba steaming down. So we're going to see a triple change now, and that was the last bit of action for Jackson Kapamba. Matondo Stars player makes way.
Charles Zulu coming on in his place. Riley Bwalia's day is done.
Team Zambia
As Owen Tembo makes his way on. And then a change that sees Evans Kayombo make his way on for Kelvin Kapumbu. First player to be cautioned in this game. So attacking changes for coach Avram Grant. There's Kayombo. Born and raised in the remote border village of Chingi in Chavuma district in the northwestern province. He's an inspiration. Can Zambia find some inspiration here? They come close to it. They've earned the corner. Whipped in. Far from cleared. Zambia earned the corner. Changes on. And maybe a change in fortune. Charles Zulu, the Ghana Red Devils man. Delivery in, it looked good. Ifonga, though, in aiming to get there, has come out looking to claim and being fouled in the process. Charles Zulu with an inviting ball into the danger man, Evans Kayombo. But Ifonga getting hands on it, finding contact with his opponent and having a call in his favour. Period was trying to finish the loose ball, but the whistle had already sounded. So we're going to see a double change here as well for DRC. Kitambala is making way. He's worked hard, he claimed the assist. The other change is Pasiala.
VR Congo, Pasiala number 7 out. In Mika.
So Misha Mika makes his way onto the park, so too does Orso Mwaku. Mika Misha plays in the middle of the park. Mwaku very much a striker. Ifonge just having a little medical attention after this. Contact with Evans Kayombo, a man whose story is one of resilience, of hope and determination. Evans Kayombo. It's Ifonga, though. It is being treated by the medical staff of DRC. They've got a very experienced goalkeeper on the bench. There's Evans Kayombo. 8 goals and 4 assists this past season. Caught the attention of the national team selectors. Made his international debut in the COSAFA Cup earlier this year. There's one of the more experienced squad members in this DRC camp, Jackson Lunanga. Now with Renaissance du Congo, very experienced goalkeeper. He's seen very much as a father figure in the squad. Nicely kept in play. Brilliance from Kabwit. Turns Chishimba inside out and then goes down, and that's going to be a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. The dangerous Oscar Kabwit doing it again.
Chishimba looking to shepherd that to the goal line. Kabri keeps it in play and then turns Chishimba inside out. Wrong foots him. Zulu it was. clipping the heels of the tricky Kabwit. Free kick to Democratic Republic of Congo in a very handy position. The second free kick they've had right on the edge of the penalty area. The first was wasted. And they find success with the second. Papi Kokalea, left-footed player. A left back who enjoys taking set pieces, stands over this with a three-man Zambian wall in front of him. Kokalea hits it high. Another wasted opportunity for the Leopards. Kamasa Chongo finding Calvin Kampamba. Getting the ball overturned, but quickly forward by Owen Tembo for Zambia. Just over 20 minutes remaining for Zambia to get themselves back into this game. Avram Grant wants his side to build a winning mentality. And the best way to do that is to find a few wins. Chongo, Tembo. Good little touch from Charles Zulu. He's another one of the Zambian players who brings experience beyond Zambian borders. Charles Zulu, the Nkana man now, who started his career with Zanaco. Here's Lolendo. He certainly look a lot more settled defensively today than they did in the opening fixture against Kenya. Perhaps a lot has to do with the fact that they are playing with positions not being half-made. Here's Kabwit. Square ball. Great chance! Second goal! And it's struck home by Osomwaku. The substitute doubles the Congolese advantage. Kabwit teed it up. Osomwaku did not disappoint for Zambia. It's a second goal that looks to crush the spirit. Cries of joy, smiles, and absolute delight for DRC. Lovely through ball. Kabwit with all the focus on him, then squares it delightfully for Osomwaku. Three players drawn by one. That left space for Mwaku, who was making the telling run, and then put in a wonderful left-footed finish with aplomb. Democratic Republic of Congo can celebrate a second goal. It's an uphill task for Zambia to work their way back into this game now. Just over 15 minutes to play, and Zambia are 2 down. The substitute having struck true. Dombele, you might notice he's not wearing the captain's armband anymore because the squad captain, Mika Mishe, made his way on a few minutes ago. Charging run from Kokalea. Forward, but just a little too strong for Matobo. He's fast, but not quite so quick. There's a host of expectation on the shoulders of the players now. medical attention required. Dange's down, not for the first time in the game, but for the first time in the second half. There's Basiala having a conversation with coach Otis Ngoma. Basiala having recently been substituted off. Orsumwaku recently substituted on and struck brilliantly. Dange with a through ball into the path of Kabwit, who drew the players. 3 in total from Zambia, and then managed to release the ball for Orsumwaku, who was making a telling run down that far flank. That's an excellent finish. The more I watch it, the more I enjoy it, in the sense that he was running at a slightly awkward angle to find that finish. The ball was bouncing at a slightly unkind height. But despite those challenges and obstacles, he was able to find a fine finish beyond Willard Mwanza. DRC lead by 2-0 against Zambia in the closing minutes of this Group A tie. Lindam Dange is getting stretched off. They've got some depth in midfield. They've got the likes of Dumba and Bieye, who could make their way on. Jansi Mboma as well, maybe an option. Josue Kazema, though, might be eager to get onto the park. A very speedy, tricky winger.
15 minutes to play, plus added time. How do Zambia respond? They're 2 down. Mfonge smothers this. It doesn't seem as if Dange is going to make his way back onto the park. Far side, Atobo, scorer of the first goal, goes all the way back to Kalonji. DRC are playing with 10 men for the time being, while Dange is being assessed. I can tell you he's back on his feet, but the bad news is it looks like he's done for the day as Chongo brings this down with his chest. And then goes down under the challenge from the scorer of the second goal. Owen Tembo finding Kayombo. Zulu running onto it, fails to bring it under control. And formerly played in Tanzania and Zambia. He was with Azam in Tanzania after time in South Africa with Cape Town City. Somtange. It was his vision that set up the second goal. He saw Kabwit making the run. He played the ball into space behind the Zambian defence that was sitting high. It's going to be a free kick to Zambia. Shishimba, the player, down. Zambia, ball into the danger area. Piri keeps it alive. There's no offside. Again, it'll come back. Eventually the flag is up for offside. There's Kayombo. Seeking an acrobatic finish. Kayombo just missed timing it. Was standing in a slightly offside position when that ball was delivered, so would not have counted. Mikamishe, champion with DRC under Florent Ibenge in 2016. Zambia set to make another couple of changes. maybe a chance of a third. It's struck firmly and on target as well. Mwaku making a nuisance of himself, but this time Willard Mwanza well positioned. Catches the ball at a very comfortable height. DRC will eventually make a change as well, and Ngala Malume Bato looks like he's going to come on for the injured Ntange. Yellow card for Kokelea, who protests his innocence. Caution warranted.
Now, changes. Zambia are making a couple. Chisala and Piri are making way. On in their place, Mulambia and Chalwe. And then for Democratic Republic of Congo, Ngala Malume Bato, 24-year-old from TP Mazembe, makes his way on. And he comes on to replace the injured Linda Mtange. So midfielder on for midfielder. Kinshasa born Bato makes his way on. Ball into the danger area. Kayembe and Ndombele are both well positioned to make the clearance. It was the man who started as captain, Ndombele, who got the clearance in. Willard Mwanza comes off his line. Steers the ball away under pressure. Kayombo tried to run onto the ball on the bounce, but that was nicely read by Kalonji, who steers the ball to safety for DRC. Into the final 10 minutes we go. Zambia have made all their changes.
Great reward. Chishimba. Second ball is on the pitch. No longer. Kanguluma eventually hoofs it out of play. Chishimba takes the throw. It's Frederick Mulambia, one of the Power Dynamos players who's made their way into Avram Grant's squad for this African Nations Championship. Mulambia is one of 5 players in this Chan squad that were part of Zambia's team at the Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. Charles Zulu gets a little touch on this, but again it's nicely defended, and then Charles Zulu gets a little too aggressive and trying to make his way beyond his opponents, and free kick goes the way of DRC for the foul on Matobo. Mulambia, as I was saying, with Calvin Kapumbu, Calvin Kampamba, Rally Bwalya and Benedict Chipeshi, one of 5 players from the last Zambian AFCON squad in this Chan squad. He too brings a wealth of experience to the Zambian setup. It has not quite found its click. Chishimba. Chongo. Just past his teammate. Mulambia picks up on it now. Thought about taking the quick throw. Very soft-spoken playmaker. Tembo. Comes back to Tembo. Here's Mulambia. Mulambia is sometimes referred to as Kante. Very similar in playing style, some feel, to the great N'Golo Kante. Goal kick.
Evans Kayombo, he wants his chance. Very good finisher. His stock is rising in Zambian football and looks to prove it on the continental stage. Zulu dispossessed by Kokalea, but his pass has only found Owen Tembo. Tembo back with Zulu. Delivery in, players wait. Mulambia gets up but can't get on the end of it. It's away by Ndombele. Mulambia. Regular with Zambia at international level, but most of his appearances have come at the COSAFA Cup. Scored twice on his way to the 2023 title with Zambia. Delivery in and again away, this time by Kalonji. Corner it'll be. Zambia are growing in confidence and they're maintaining a presence inside the DRC final third, but nothing clinical as yet from Avram Grant's side.
Whipped in. Ifonge can't get there. Nothing wrong, says the referee. Chongo hits the post. Tembo with a drive from the edge of the area. Eventually, the free kick is awarded to DRC. Ifonge, Kanguluma come together. Chongo from a tight angle hits the frame. And then it bounced back into the path of Tembo, who hit it on the drive. DRC, I can tell you, are going to make a double change. The very exciting winger, Kazema, is going to make his way on. And so too is Jean Simboma. Kazema from St. Eloi Lepopo. Speedy winger comes on to replace the speedy winger, who also happened to find the goal that broke the DRC scoring drought at this championship. Matobo is off, and the man who teed up Orso Mwako for the second, Oscar Kabwit, makes way. All changes done now for Odesangoma. He called on his side to respond after their opening day defeat to Kenya. With minutes to go, they're well on their way to doing so. The new man on, Kazema, can't hit the target. Chongo. Mulambia. Forward to Schalwe. Seems like the newly promoted Konkola Blades are going in search of his signature, but he stays with the relegated Atletico de Schalwe in possession now. Ball out wide. Tembo looking for a little space. Man who actually made his international debut against Kenya in the COSAFA Cup last year in South Africa. Very consistent for both club and country. Sitting deep is Kelvin Kampamba. Forward, and the header looked good for Charles Zulu, only to be denied by Ifonge diving to his right. crisp delivery. Charles Zulu got away from his marker really nicely. And will look to capitalize on an error in the middle of the park. Charles Zulu wins the free kick. It's late, but there's something happening for Zambia. That was a short while ago. Boma with the delivery for Kazema as the late substitutes for DRC look to combine. Kazema missing the target. And shortly after that, Zambia had an opportunity of their own as Charles Zulu forced Rudele Fonge into a save. I hope there's nothing wrong for Charles Zulu. He's had his fair share of injury concerns over the years that have limited him. One of the great prospects to come out of Zambia. And there have been many. Chip over the top, and it'll be catching practice for Ifonge. Balls the ball a little too firmly. And with that, we hit the 90th minute. 6 minutes of additional time. Zambia running out of time. DRC not quite romping to victory, but well on their way. They've laid a fine platform, and now they're looking to capitalize. Shishimba and Chipeshi moving forward. Zambia throwing players forward. Mulambia, Chongo, Kanguluma, Chalwe, Mulambia. Kayembe tries to head it away, but he's only found Kapamba. Doesn't get the shot in, instead finds Chalwe through ball. It's kept in play. Chishimba. Back for Kampamba. Lays it into space. He's under pressure to get on the end of it again. It's recovered by Kanguluma. Kelvin Kampamba. Chip over the top, in behind the line, and so close to picking out the charging Charles Zulu. Oh, just a look at that. It's been called a goal kick, but that would have been offside had they combined. Charles Zulu, despite his injury concerns, he remains a game changer. He remains a match winner. And Zambia need him, you feel, if they are to advance from this group. Only 2 teams advance, despite 5 teams being in each group, in groups A, B, and C. Congo, Sudan, Nigeria, and Senegal are the 4 teams in Group D. They're based in Zanzibar. Free kick, Zambia. DRC have 10 back behind the ball. Zambia again seek a way through, can't find one here. Kanguluma, I think, is the player who's down. He's crawling towards the goal line. Trying to get away from his marker. Oh. Quite a clash of heads, I don't think, but some contact certainly. There's a ball on top of the net. Gongoluma wants to get back into the action. So too does Lulendo, who he made contact with from the corner. Zambia recover through Chipeshi. Second chance. It'll be a throw into Zambia. Kelvin Kampamba's attempt to cross is intercepted. Looks for the long throw. Zulu flicks it on, and the header was there for Chalwe. And he has nodded over. Timo Tiger, as he's sometimes called, a winger who can play on either flank. Timothy Chalwe. Plenty of promise as well. He was on trial at Serie A side Cagliari last season. It's Chalwe. Toward the back post. Ifonge. It was very comfortable for the goalkeeper, but he dropped it. Fortunately for DRC, no harm done. For Zambia, harm done in the opening minutes of the second half when Matobo struck firmly. After conceding against Kenya in the first game, Ifonge looks well on his way to keeping a clean sheet here. I'll be delighted with that. Zambia pushing for a consolation late in this game. At the end of this tie, Zambia lose in the group stages for the very first time at the African Nations Championship. Democratic Republic of...
End of the game.
So Zambia loses and the Democratic Republic of Congo get their first win of the tournament. And now we'll have a chance to claim the top step of Group A, depending on what happens in the next game. Morocco, remember, is on a bye week this match day 2. Motobo with a goal at 51. Mwako with a goal at minute 72. Get the win for the DR Congo 2-0 versus Zambia, and the former champions live on. Thank you for joining us here today on beIN Sports Match Day 2 of the African Nations Championship.